stream.
You haven't seen the build up to where they at right now.
What is the story behind the 4 days in a row under 40% chat rates? Doesn't it? Forget about what I said. Forget about anything that I know or don't know. Explain what type of story or what endeavor gets you to sub 40, sub 30% validation rate in chat. Explain. I don't know. 4 days, 5 days in a row? Why even attack me? Attack my story.
This actually does.
No, that's a fair point. That's a fair point to exercise. And that's how I say, like, yo, I'm keeping it real. I really rock with Kai. And I rock with XQC to a degree. It's just, again, they both be having dumb moments and dumb takes sometimes where I don't agree. But within this situation, nah, like, yo, I feel where XQC is coming from. It's like, yo, we need to explain what's going on with the chat, John. Like, yo, this is looking off. Yo, like, the heads wasn't even average this amount of viewers. Now they just shot up every day. Like, yo, what's going on with this, John? But then I also feel Kai where it's like, yo, heads is eating. Now, how they're eating, again, that's what we're having a whole conversation for. Like, that's what the question is. But like, yo, my head is eating. Like, yo, are you hating? Like, bro, we should just be like, yo, like, obviously trying to share in the success, but like, it looks sus, baby. Again, I gotta look at some of these stats, baby. Like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, you already know what it is. For the babes and the bros, I ain't gonna lie, we here. What's shaking? What's cracking? Yeah, you saw Tom thumbnail. Yeah, apparently like Kai Cenat is getting exposed for like Viewbotting or something like that. Has calling him out saying he Viewbotting, and I'm sitting here like crazy. Now it wouldn't make any sense to me why Kai Cenat would Viewbot, considering his organic audience already like would massively outscale needing to do that. Like it just doesn't make any sense. Like hey, how many viewers he would pull in organically, like people that would generally tune into stream. It doesn't make sense at all for him to like pay for botted viewers. And because the only reason you also do that too is to push you up the page on like Twitch or kick his like main like John. And again, Kai doesn't need to do that because he's always gonna be on the main junk because this guy Cenat. Tough, like call it Glaze, biggest streamer in the world. So yeah, we better go ahead and see what's going on with this situation. So let's do it. Yo man, shout out this Janky. We got Kai Cenat and his friends are getting exposed. Of course, if you want to watch OG vid, down in the description, first link, go share the love. I'm like, yo, camera do me dirt. No locking? You already know what it is though. Let's get right into it, gang.
So over the past few days, popular streamers Kai Cenat and XQC have been going back and forth on stream, as XQC would make some pretty insane accusations against some of Kai's friends. These friends being Reggie and Rakai, who just a few days prior, Kai Cenat basically co-signed by buying them a house, appearing on their
they got the new, like, you know, so they got their own content creator crib. Yeah, it's wild.
Streams and also heavily promoting them. Now XQC would actually recognize some discrepancies with the uprise of these new streamers. More specifically, how they went from only averaging 1,000 viewers all the way up to over 60,000.
60, holy crap.
Within a matter of one
now that is a bit sus.
day of streaming. First off, talking about
but if they're talking about Rakai, I think Rakai's is real. Hang on.
Reggie, who looks a lot more suspicious.
I was about to say, yeah, like if we couldn't be talking about Rakai organically getting that actually makes a lot of sense. And even Ray to a degree, because like, yeah, like they've been on this, especially with Kai for a minute now.
Yesterday, I didn't even know about this guy. I think it's the GOAT. This guy might be the GOAT. Like, this is doing it better. 1K, next day, 800, next day, 8K, next day, 60K. That's the GOAT. Then they have 20, 30, 20.
And then after this, also talking about Rakai.
How to Andy, the GOAT. Some of these numbers.
Nah, Rakai's again, like, Rakai's makes sense. He just had that whole collab with Lil Tay and all that. Yeah, no, that does make sense.
Brother, like, we're talking like 20% chat activity. 20%. That's like diabolical, brother. That is fucking undefendable. Well, 20%?
Now, Cheddar.
Yeah, no, that is very much sus. I ain't gonna lie, because again, like, Lil Rodney selling heads like that. And Reggie, it's like, obviously they're good, like, you know, creators. They obviously have their own platform, but to go from like streaming to like 1,000 heads straight to 60 is like, all right, what's going on? Like, either you got raided by Kai or like something might be off. I'm gonna kill the buck. Something might be off, but we gonna have to see more.
On Twitch are actually defined in a different way that most people think. To be a chatter, you don't have to actually be talking in the Twitch chat. All you have to do is have a verified account on the platform. Therefore, if what XQC is saying is right, and all these streamers have 20% chat engagements, that would mean that only 20% of the people watching Rakai and Reggie's streams are actual verified accounts, which means the rest of them could be bots. On top of that, with over 100,000
but you gotta think about the heads that, like, again, are lurkers that like just don't be saying that much in the chat. Like, I already know And any live stream that I'm watching, I'm 100% a lurker. I don't be typing in the chat at all. Like maybe one time, but I really rarely type in the chat. I just be watching the stream, like second monitor shit. Y'all know how that junk goes, bro. Parasocial shit. I ain't gonna lie. Nah, I don't even be on that. But like, yeah, nah. Well, you can't account for that because like, yeah, some heads just don't send messages.
Live viewers, Rakai only had 4,000 subs, which if anything just makes the viewbotting accusations even more suspicious and more likely to be true.
I used to not talk about subs at all, and I peaked at like 100k subs, whatever, and I was averaging like 60k viewers. Some of these guys, they make their entire stream about sub count at 50k viewers, and they have like 5k subs. Like what, bro? Like,
Desmond, I'm gonna celebrate Rakai after hitting 3k subs.
Please, brother. Like, please make it make sense a little bit at least.
If anything, this here is the most convincing evidence of these streamers viewbotting, as we have other people like Queso
I'm
and
about to say, talk to me.
Jinxie who literally
Yeah, now Queso and Jinxie's is like all organic. Now Heads was saying that Jinxie might have been viewbotting, but again, I don't even think he was viewbotting. Like, you more or less would see viewbotting more with like Kick streamers, you know what I'm saying, than you would with Twitch streamers. But even still to that, nah, Jinxie John is real, and Queso John is 100% real, bro. Shout out Queso. Is that my king? My king? I ain't gonna lie, shout out Queso for real.
have 70k plus subscribers, yet they're averaging way less viewers than Rakai and Reggie. Getting 100,000 viewers on your stream and only having 4k subs is diabolical. Like, that should never happen ever. Like, Cenat's averaging the same viewers and he has 100,000 subscribers. However, he would still defend Rakai and Reggie, saying that they would never viewbot and criticizing XQC talking negatively about them.
I'm gonna be honest. This is no bias. This is no nothing off aggression. This is no nothing off negativity. It looked like you dicking, gang. Like, I'm not even trying to be.
And it was funny. They were beefing like XQC and Kai. I forgot what were they beefing for. I think it's cause like, oh yeah, cause like, yeah, like he XQC was saying like Kai is only built off of like gifted subs cause of subathon and shit, like from the Mafia-thon. I don't know, but I know they were beefing before, so it's already on hots with these two.
Be funny or mean, I'm gonna go ahead and say it looked like you dicking in just a little bit, and I'm kind of tired of like going the whole road because I feel like the more I hold shit back, it's not the first time. This is how it looked, Felix. This is me talking to Felix. This is me not really being on some shit. It looked like you dicking because it's like it's a pattern. It's like everything, something is going good on this side, like you something got to say. And then when you say it and I say something, it's you was joking. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm kind of confused. It's like when a nigga say some shit, it's, oh, I'm joking. You feel me? Now it's not even directly me. He didn't say my name, but he talking about my mans and shit that these my niggas.
No, even though Kai was defending his
Like, yo, that's them saying like these is his homies that he's like on the stream, and I feel Kai on that. But yo, I ain't gonna lie, like, yeah, now some of the viewers, it's looking sus. Again, I can't cat. Rakai's I think is real. Ray's could be real, but like, yeah, Lil Rodney's son raging on him. Like, yo, I gotta ask a few questions. I don't know. It's like, yo, again, y'all got y'all own established platforms. Trust, y'all got way more motion than me. But like, bro, 60,000, bruh. Again, that's literally like. As Jakey was showing, that's Queso and Jinxie, bro. That's like phase guy numbers. I'm like, what?
His friends here, he didn't really say anything to disprove what XQC was saying, which if anything just made more people think that Rakai and Reggie.
Which honestly, that's a fair factor within what Kai is saying. Like, I do appreciate him trying to stick up for his men, but then again, there was what's the word called? Not disprove. No. Not displacement either, bro. Trilly can't fucking grammar for shit. This is where we need to be pulling out the dictionary. There basically, like, yo, there was no credence to like disprove what XQC was saying. Yeah.
Review botting, especially considering that the things XQC were saying made a lot of sense. However, despite Cenat calling him out, XQC would still double down on everything he was saying and once again address everything on stream.
You know X is because again, these two niggas be beefing all the time.
You haven't seen the build up to where they at right now.
What is the story behind the 4 days in a row under 40% chat rates? Doesn't it? Forget about what I said. Forget about anything that I know or don't know. Explain what type of story or what endeavor gets you to sub 40, sub 30% validation rate in chat. Explain. I don't know. 4 days, 5 days in a row? Why even attack me? Attack my story.
This actually does.
No, that's a fair point. That's a fair point at XSI, and that's how I say, like, yo, I'm keeping it real. I really rock with Kai. And I rock with XQC to a degree. It's just, again, they both be having dumb moments and dumb takes sometimes where I don't agree. But within this situation, nah, like, yo, I feel where XQC is coming from. It's like, yo, we need to explain what's going on with the chat, John. Like, yo, this is looking off. Yo, like, the heads wasn't even average this amount of viewers. Now they just shot up every day. Like, yo, what's going on with this, John? But then I also feel Kai where it's like, yo, heads is eating. Now, how they're eating, again, that's what we're having a whole conversation for. Like, that's what the question is. But like, yo, my head's is eating. Like, yo, are you hating? Like, bro, we should just be like, yo, like, obviously trying to share in the success, but like, it looks sus, baby. Again, I gotta look at some of these stats, baby. Like, yo,
make quite a lot of sense, as directly after they began averaging these crazy numbers, their chat validation just went so far down. Like, whenever they each averaged a few thousand viewers, maybe even only 1,000, they had really good chat validation. However, nowadays, with it dropping to under 40%, sometimes even 20%, it just makes it less and less believable that they're not viewbotting. In the previous video that I made about
you watched this was a good video.
I touched on the viewbotting situation just a little bit as it was just starting, and I actually believe that Rakai didn't viewbot. However,
That's what I'm saying. I didn't think Rakai was viewbotting at least during that directly with the Lil Tay John. Now, it's, again, as far as the other guys, I don't know. But Rakai and Ray, I would say, have the least chances of viewbotting.
now with XQC saying all of these things, and me doing my own bit of research, I can see where a lot of these people are coming from, as there is quite a lot of evidence against them. So after being harassed by so many people in chat, XQC once again decided to explain his evidence and also defend himself.
Yo, I get bored. I'm in the lab, okay, and I run the fucking I run the stats, okay. It's just I don't want it be like mad at like pointing out something that's. But when you have a 20% chatter rate, 30% chat rate, bro, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter what you're saying. It's that shit is off the rails. Like I'm confused. Like what? It's not just guys. These you could be getting views because guys, TikTok went hardcore. This went by whatever. Okay, yeah, cool. But why is the chatter rate so bad though?
This is true because even though a lot of viewers do,
and that's what I'm saying. But then again, there's a copium of like, what about the lurkers and all that? Because even with what Inchiki was saying with the verified account, like there's some heads that would obviously log in and make a verified account, but still, if they don't type anything, then do they add to the chat thing? Like I would assume not, but maybe I'm dumb on that, John. But I don't even be going on Twitch, so shit. Heads with no more than I would.
Come from TikTok. Most of them do have verified accounts, so using that as an excuse really doesn't make much sense. But then XQC would then describe what it means to be a chatter, kind of verifying what I was describing earlier.
Everybody is technically a chatter. If you have an account, you're on PC or mobile, you're a chatter. It's how it works.
No, I understand that. Like, yeah, if you have a verified account, yeah, it shows you in the chat, like in the live, you know what I'm saying, part of the view count. But like within the chat rate of like heads talking, like does that count of you just being in there? Like I would assume again not, because you're not typing anything.
It's complicated to explain, but when you do chatter stats, a chatter is somebody that has an account that's an active viewer. Most people are chatters, even though you're not chatting in the chat. I sound like I'm gonna hate.
Okay, so you just converted it right there. So yeah, you're still a chatter, so it still again shows you in the stream even if you're not saying anything. So that's what I'm saying. Like it would still be skewed. I feel like more or less like what you're saying would stand the truth. Like even if still having that 20% like chat rate, but even still, when I feel like I could be skewed, like, you know what I'm saying, just because like some heads are gonna just be lurkers. I don't know though, but again, like I'm saying, like bro, some of these heads, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, because like yeah, it does look a little off.
Hater, I look like I'm obsessed, Andy. I'm weird, and nobody wants to be my friend anymore.
So this does once again prove that if Rakai and Reggie did have 20% active chatters in their streams, they were most likely botting at least 60 to 70,000 viewers.
God damn, I wouldn't even see. And what heads forget too is like, yeah, you have to pay for bots, and I don't understand why they would even do that. Like if they are confirmed viewbotting off of the situation, like what's the point of even doing that shit? Because again, like yo, you're getting like the shout out and cosign from Kai Cenat. Like any organic audience you already build off of that is going to be heads that's going to stay, because they like watching Kai. If you're always collabing with Kai give you the cosign, he's going to be making content with you. There's no point in botting. Like what's the point? Again, I know it's like, yo, heads want to do this to push themselves up to the front page of Twitch and Kick or wherever, you know, platform they're streaming on. But like there's no point. You're going to get there eventually with the cosigns and shit you got with the content, with the collabs. Like what? That's why I never understand botting. You need to grow evergreen regardless, because that's going to be the real heads that's going to consistently watch your stream, watch your YouTube video, watch your clips. Like, bro, botting this shit and trying to do all this, John, and trend hop, like, bro, you're not going to build no real audience off that shit. I'm trying to tell heads, bro, they never gonna get it.
Which is just absolutely insane to think about. You also have to consider that they literally have to pay for bots. At least we
Exactly what I was saying.
assume they have to pay for bots, and that would probably cost a lot of money to get that many bots on your stream. But still, I want to say again that nothing is confirmed here. This is all just speculation. However, it's speculation with a lot of proof, and it's crazy that XQC would just continue to double down on what he was saying. No matter if people agree with him or not, he really doesn't care. So here's one more clip from
And I can respect XQC for that, because again, like, he got his own opinions and his own morals. He gonna stand 10 toes down on it. That's the same John. It's like, obviously you should acknowledge if you're wrong in a situation and all that, but you also shouldn't just pander to your audience because of, you know what I'm saying, because, oh, that'll bring in like more viewers, more heads will give you validation and all that. Like, nah, bro, really state how you feel. Be on your realist tip. Like, yo, heads coming to watch you, so be the real you. Stamped.
Stable Ronaldo's stream, where he literally says that he doesn't care and he's just gonna say what he thinks about the situation.
Wait, I saw you talking about something. What did I
Viewbotters?
see? Yeah, what was up with that?
They're all Viewbotters. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck saying it about these days. I'm not. Imagine thinking that I play this racket where like I need those like collabs. I don't give a fuck. They're all Viewbotters. So I don't care to say it.
Are we ready?
Like from a 1K Andy to 20K Andy overnight. Like bro, I mean, I've been here before. Like, I'm not stupid. Like, this shit's fucking bought up the wazoo. And I would be open to the conversation. They're like, it's their agency doing it. It's like these new guys. Like these.
That's what I was assuming. I'm like, they wouldn't be paying for these bots out of pocket. Like, they would have to have like the back end, like the marketing agency or somebody paying for these bots if they're botting, bro. Because there's no way you're paying for like 60 to 70,000 bots out of pocket, bro. It's not worth it. They have the Cenat cosign. Why the fuck would you even do that? Like, what is the point?
They come from Hollywood. They don't know. So like, they're trying to like.
Especially no, and I'm really thinking now. Especially in terms of a rep image, like Cenat is known to be like averaging around like 100K viewers, 80K viewers, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Why it would look so sus in their part if they just started averaging around the same viewers as Kai, the main guy that gave them the cosign. That's what I'm saying. This whole botting shit doesn't make any sense. This John, I really need heads to get down to like really cracking down on this shit, because I'm really curious now. Like, as the more I see this John in the video about to end, but now I'm really thinking more. Like,
About me though, like, I've been doing this for 5 years. You think I just, you know, when I was just like, oh, I'm over it now, I'm just ready.
You've been doing this for a year, buddy. Let's be honest.
But anyways, guys, that's basically all we have for this specific situation so far. I thought it was super interesting because XQC and Cenat seem to be pretty good friends before this. Like, they'd even made content multiple times in the past. One time going to Disney.
they was beefing in the last John they got into.
Laying together, and multiple other times just whenever they happen to be at the same place. So it's just interesting to see them actually in a feud like this. But anyways, make sure you guys drop a comment down below. And
before, like, they've been beefing, especially off the last John.
Also like the video. Liking the video does help it out a lot, and if you guys made it this far, then you probably liked it anyways, so just like it, you know, it just helps me out, and I spend a lot of time on almost daily uploading, so I appreciate it a lot. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.
You already know, gang. Shout out this Janky. Talk to him. We got Cenat and his friends are getting exposed. Obviously, you guys want to watch the OG vid. Jesus, nasty, y'all. Trying to have here. Trying to get to center of the Twitsy Pop, even though it's not even a Twitsy Pop, but yo, this lollipop hitting. But yeah, like I was saying, if you want to watch the OG vid, down in the description, first link, go show the love, baby. I ain't gonna lie, like I said. But yeah, final opinions and conjecture is just like, bruh, if Rakai, Ray, you know what I'm saying, Tylo, Reggie, Lorani's son, if all these other heads is botting the John, it just doesn't make sense on why they would do that, John. Like I was saying throughout the whole vid, like, yo, they got the Kai cosign, like, they're gonna grow organically regardless. They already have been through the collabs, making content, doing these streams. Like, what is the point of buying? And then especially on the factor of, like, you gotta pay for bots, so who paying for that, John? And I would assume they don't want to pay for this out of pocket, because that's just like huge money sink for like no reason, because again, why should you buy? So unless they got like agency or some John backing it, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. But again, like, out of the whole, like, you know what I'm saying, group that Cenat, you know what I'm saying, putting on his homies, I think the most likely ones that really, to me, wouldn't seem like they buying is again, Rakai and Ray, but all the other ones, like, yeah, if they buy, and again, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't shake me. I mean, like, and it's not like it's not like I'm affecting my career. Nah, let me stop playing. But, like, yeah, nah, heads shouldn't buy. Like, yo, just keep posting. Post consistently. Build your audience, yo. Those gonna be the heads that they just gonna watch, bro. That's just what it's gonna be. Y'all already know what it is, though. Like I said, Shadow Level is janky once more, and I'm finna catch y'all on the flip, baby. Peace.
you.